Whoever submitted this is straight tipsy. Huh? What are you getting at? Yeah, the writer is tipsy, writing to ensure proper content. Do you see how I said something a little off and how it could be perceived as somewhat controversial? Really a play on words. That's my example of a statement that hits with a jolt. It could yield people to do a double take. Now, further in the body of my blog, I would elaborate and explain what I meant when I said tipsy. Step 1, let your opening statement take people to the next level of curiosity by providing what I like to call a jolt opening statement. That's that statement I just made a few minutes ago. It's electric, that jolt opening statement. Somewhat shocking. It makes ears perk up. It turns heads and yields the, huh? What factor? Step 2, once you have their attention, you only have a few seconds, minutes, and/or moments to make an impression and keep the reader's attention. So you have to breathe life into that literary piece of writing, be it a blog or article or a white letter, which is actually more specific because it is tailored towards a set subject and requires a more fine-tuned format and writing style. Step 3, pack up your backup. You know the saying, bring your A game. Okay, it's the same principle here. Definitely bring your evidence by inserting concrete, solid examples that not only stand the test of time, but remain through the rest of time because the information has an ongoing shelter life and won't die out. There's no expiration here. Your examples that you supply in your writing are able to reinforce what you are saying and the message you are conveying. That will not only keep your readers engaged, but it will validate your knowledge base and solidify your credibility on that subject or topic matter. People will look to you for advice. Now that's real nice because you become somewhat of a novice and you definitely establish your presence in the writing world. Step 4, don't limit the examples. Give a good dose of information. Douse the reader with content like a person washing their vehicle and spraying that soapy water on it to clean their ride. Make it squeaky clean. Let this information take roughly half of the body of the blog, for instance. But obviously, if it is an article, you will provide much more information, significantly more information due to the strength of the topic and the length and the adjustments that you would have to make to accommodate all that is relatable to what you are discussing in that paper. More examples will not hurt you. It's only going to help you. Step 5, now start to bring it on back home by reiterating that initial jolt opening statement. You know what I said earlier that kind of caught your ears? You want to make sure that it aligns with the examples that you provide to ensure that your readers see the connection where now your reader has their own aha moment because you as that writer made it make sense to them as the reader, that information that you are conveying. There's a connectivity factor in place and that is critical. And kudos to you for doing that because not everyone is able to do that successfully, but it's a very important piece. Step 6, for further validation, feel free to cite sources that supplement and advocate what you are saying. It provides an additional literary layer of protection, if you will, for all intents purposes. Plus, it shows that you as the writer have a leg to stand on, that you know your stuff and you're able to back it up, which is what you're supposed to do. Anything that is concrete and solid and continues to reinforce what you've been saying from the beginning is always important and needs to be incorporated in the process. All right, so again, we went through 6 steps for when you go to actually write a blog. Obviously, when it's going to be an article, it'll be something a little bit longer. But remember that step 1, let the opening statement hit people, that jolt, kind of like a jolt of electricity. That step 2, once you have their attention, make it matter. Fine tune that writing, okay? That step 3, bring that A game. Those examples, they matter because they back up and reinforce what it is you are trying to convey. And that step 4, you don't have to limit your examples, okay? Douse them with lots of good information, lots of good content, and definitely lots of examples that advocate and back up what you are trying to convey. That step 5, bring it all back on home, connecting the two. The initial statement that you made, the examples that support it, and then that kind of that summary in the end to close it off and let the reader know that you're getting towards the end of your blog, but that you said everything that you had to say and made sure that you expressed it accordingly. And then that step 6 again, making sure that you cite any other sources that you have that reinforce what it is you are indicating and what it is you are sharing with the readers. Thank you for tuning in, and feel free to look at one of my other tutorials in which I write out a blog step by step so that you can actually get an idea and a feel for what the literary process is like. It's very basic and rudimentary, but it's legitimate, as this is really tailored more towards the neophytes, aka the newbies, and some that are at a more intermediate level. And also, if you like this content, feel free to hit that like button and subscribe. Also remember, it's important to be heard and keep fighting through the writing. Take care.